Hey, what is up everyone? Danny and Alex. Today we're here once again to talk about another Jiu-Jitsu tutorial. This tutorial is going to consist of how you can free your leg to pass the half guard. So here we are. Half guard simply means you've started to pass the opponent's guard and they've locked your leg, one of your legs. Also, it could mean maybe you've already passed the guard, but they're recovering their guard position, but can't get the full guard, and they've locked one of your legs once again. So half guard is simply one of your legs is stuck inside their legs, all right? That's the half guard position. Now, usually you would start from this position here. Maybe I'm chest to chest, and I'm in a semi-side control position, all right, on an angle, but my leg is trapped, so I want to score that guard pass. So what we're going to do from here is simply, look, I'm going to release my palms and use his collar like this behind his neck to control. Now I can post my elbow to the ground and shift my hips beside him as such. When I do so, it opens up the space. Now I can see what's going on, but also look, I can bring my knee up in the air and bring my foot closer to his hips. That way there he can't lock down on me. Now from here, all I'm going to do is grip on the outside of the knee. Now from here, I can control his leg and create a little bit more space, so that way there when I start to bring my foot near his hip, now I'm going to pull, and as I pull this, I'm going to pull his upper leg out and escape this foot. All right, so one more time slow. You are here, you're stuck in a half guard position. What makes this technique work is always controlling the opponent's body. Try to keep him as flat as possible. Get a nice grip onto his collar behind his neck. Use your bicep and your shoulder to always press and frame him here. Now when I drop my hips, I make sure that I bring my knee as high up as possible. That starts to loosen up the half guard position, but I can't free my leg as easily as this, so I'm going to make a nice grip on the outside of his pants. And now watch, the top leg is always the one that's putting a lot of weight onto my leg. He's trying to lock everything down, that triangle position onto my quadricep. So when I pull this leg up, look, it removes that tightness of his ankles. So you pull it up, and now as you pull, you also take this foot out of there, and now you can easily go back, and now you've passed the guard into your side control position. All right, guys, so the second way to pass the half guard is gonna be the tripod pass. Watch this. So now I've locked onto his leg, and I'm trying to get that underhook, but Alex is not gonna let me do so. So he holds this, keeps me flat onto the ground, but now he's gonna simply switch his head position. Notice how he's looking in the direction where he wants to pass that leg. Now he has a nice underhook on this side, and his head is in the way, so I can't get the deep half. Now he's gonna go all the way up onto his toes, and that's the tripod position. Now he's gonna shake his knee. Once his knee is free, he cuts, and now look, two knees are pointing in this direction, talking about my knees, so it's hard for me to resist. So he's gonna start to slide away, but sometimes the opponent's always going to clamp onto your heel with their quadriceps. So you use your opposite foot, push that top knee away, and free your leg so you can pass the guard. So once more, here we are, half guard position. Now he switches his position to here. Make sure he keeps the underhook on one side. Now he gets up on his toes for the tripod position. Now it's hard for me to keep a nice tightness onto his quad, so a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll re-grip and tighten again, but now that brings my knees up in the air, it flares it, so it's very difficult to create a lot of tension. Now he's just simply going to shake, 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 and now cut through. And now that makes the pass very accessible, and now he just slides and pushes so he can complete his pass. All right, now from the half guard position, what Alex is going to do is feed the lapel to the back and to this arm behind my neck as such. This makes him able to control my shoulders that way that I can't really push him away. All right, so now it's almost like you have three hands when you do the lapel control of the opponent's jacket. Now, he's gonna grab the knees, so he just grabs on the outside of my pants, squeeze the knees together, but at the same time, he uses his foot to frame my knee, the bottom leg. And now it makes it easy for him to just kick away, and now look how he can easily get the side control position. All right. Stuck in the half guard position, sometimes you have space here. So a lot of times what happens is arms are going to be in the way to try to frame you. In this way here, you can't necessarily bring this shoulder to the mat. All right, so what we're gonna do next is always attack the choke using the opponent's arm. So if the arm is in the way, maybe it's like in an underhook position, or sometimes it's dangling in the front, what you're gonna do is try to smash that arm a little bit. So as I smash through, I can't necessarily bring the shoulder to the mat, but I'm gonna be able to swim my arm across. Notice how my arm goes under his armpit, across, and I go totally behind his neck, and I bring this arm across as such. Now once I hold my bicep, I'm gonna bring this arm behind his back, and look, tap from here. All right, this is called a Darce choke. So this is a great technique you can use and surprise the opponent when they think they still have you in the half guard position. Okay, so once again, the arm is in. Sometimes he also has the underhook, right? If the underhook is here, you can still do this technique, but now you need to modify and bring his head into the hole a little bit. So as I go here now, I connect, but now I need to bring his head in a little bit more, so that way then when I connect, it's a little bit tighter. And now from here, tap, and connect the Darce choke. This last technique, what we're gonna do is open the opponent's lapel. So just like what he did when he passed the guard, I'm gonna open from the top position. But instead of passing, all I'm going to do is bring this behind his neck as such. Now I have this control, all right? But the opponent's trying to get the underhook. So of course, he has his arm in the way, but now I've just restricted the movement because I'm pulling onto his jacket, which neglects him to drive his shoulder forward. Okay, so this is great. What we're going to do now is swim the arm again underneath here and grab to that lapel. Once I have this, I'm going to swim this one across and bring his bicep into the game. I bring the body weight down onto that shoulder, and I use this hand and sink the choke like we did in the previous video from the closed guard position. So once again, I can't pin the opponent, so I'm going to open up his jacket. One, I feed this behind his back as such. Now I can control the shoulder a little bit more. I bring this across and under, feed this tip to my opposite hand. Once I'm here, the arm will go in front. I'll bring the body weight on top, and now from here, look, I just bring the weight in, pull the jacket, and that creates the choke because I have my wrist onto his neck, and his own arm, just like a triangle choke, is gonna choke the opposite side of his neck, which creates the submission. All right, guys, so there you have it. Some techniques you can do from the half guard position when you are stuck with your leg inside your opponent's legs. This way there, when you have the half guard top position, you can capitalize on some passes, but also some submission techniques to surprise them. Guys, hope you enjoyed this content. Leave us a thumbs up as well. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. Until next time.
See you guys in the next video.
Take care.